Okay, so let's say it's January 2025, and the newly elected President Ro Khanna comes to you and says, you know what, I've reviewed the intel, and I think Xi Jinping was serious about this whole I'll take Taiwan by force if necessary, and 2027 is the date. I just think we got to plan against that. And I'm betting the farm, and you are each the Secretary of Defense in this fictional universe, which actually, I mean, there's a probability this could happen. I'm betting the farm on Replicator to prevent this from happening. Like, you as Secretary of Defense, what do you need to make this successful? In simple terms, that the American people can understand. Mr. Clark, we'll start with you.
Well, I tell President Khanna that I think we...
Has a nice ring to it.
It does, it does. So I think we need to quickly get the operators to define how they intend to solve this problem. How would they go about tackling stopping the invasion? And I think it would be a combination of slowing down the invasion with unmanned systems that are going to create the hellscape that Admiral Paparo talks about, and then the joint fires network that's going to be used to then eliminate those ships before they're able to get combat power ashore. So that's the basic construct. What I need is the money to be able to go rapidly buy a bunch of unmanned systems that are going to enable me to gum up the Strait of Taiwan, and then I need to sustain the investment in the munitions production that's going to get me those missiles to be able to eliminate the problem once they've been slowed down.
Thank you.
Three things: money, production lines at full capacity, and then the third area is that we should already be working on is how to deliver these. And so the issue is platforms. Are we going to do these out of P-8s, out of sonobui, or are we going to do it out of C-130s? Are we going to create a new arsenal plane out of commercial aircraft that's able to deliver these type of things? Same thing undersea and on the surface. We should be thinking about those now and have these platforms ready to go. And in 2025, we should just be cranking up full production lines on all of these things.
Sorry, dumb question to interject. Are the ranges such that you could even have them pre-positioned in like southern Japan, northern Philippines, or does that not work in the same way?
Oh, no, it's very feasible.
Yeah.
You could position these in Luzon, in the Sakishima Islands of Japan, or on Taiwan itself.
Interesting. Secretary Shar.
So flexible money, lots of it. And the department's going to need to have a very tightly integrated system of experimenting with these systems to figure out how do you use them effectively, and then what are the upgrades you need. We see in wartime that cycle is measured in weeks and months. We have these very quick innovation cycles. We see it in Ukraine. We saw it effectively for the US and Iraq and Afghanistan with things like counter-ID technologies, where we saw these like very rapid innovation where we'd see the enemy do something, our folks would be innovating in our tactics, in our material solutions, and the department's going to need to have structures to do that that are ready to go ahead of a conflict to be effective.
Any other questions?
It's good. It was very helpful.
Yeah. Thank you very much. This is a very productive discussion. Thanks for your analysis, your expertise, and your continued work on this important issue. And I would like to reiterate our desire and request for the department to come testify on Replicator, ideally the Deputy Secretary, perhaps with the head of DIU.
And I just echo that. On the Democratic side, we support that.
Great. See, we're very bipartisan. And we all look forward to the Khanna administration fixing all of these problems.
We just need a speaker, Gallagher. First, huh?
No comment. Subcommittee hearing stands adjourned.